How to keep your crypto safe. This is a cold wallet or a hardware wallet. This model here is a Ledger Nano X. And here's the thing about crypto wallets. Every single one of them has an underlying seed phrase, which is like the master key. When your coins are on an exchange like Binance, you don't know what this master key is. The exchange does, so you don't have full control. But nobody wants to or can remember this super long set of words, right? So your hardware wallet will let you set an easy to remember PIN code to access your funds. This is way easier. And you can lose your physical device as long as you have your phrase, you're still good. You can lose or forget your PIN as long as you have your phrase, you're still good. And the next question that needs to be asked is, what happens if somebody steals my physical device? Well, here's what happens. The thief now has just 3 attempts to guess your PIN code, and on the 3rd attempt, they will be locked out and you can order a new hardware wallet and upload your phrase and you are good to go, right? Not your keys, not your crypto.
This reel pretty much sums up how should you self-custody your Bitcoin. Of course, he says crypto, but like I've said, there's a difference between crypto and Bitcoin. But generally, yeah, your crypto, whether it's Bitcoin or if you like to buy shit coins like XRP, that's your decision. But for me, I just buy Bitcoin. And many people, when they get into Bitcoin, of course, they don't have a hard wallet, so they buy from exchanges, whether it's Binance or Bybit or any other exchange. I personally use Binance. I think it's good, but of course I do not leave my Bitcoin in an exchange. I just use it to buy the Bitcoin, and then I send this immediately to my hard wallet. The reason for this is just history, the lessons from history. I mean, Mt. Gox, the first crypto exchange, got hacked in 2014. Bitfinex also got hacked in 2016. FTX was also went bust for mismanagement in 2022, and just this year in 2025, Bybit, which is one of the most trustworthy exchanges, also got hacked by the North Korean group Lazarus, and they lost $1.5 billion worth of Ethereum, which is dying, by the way. It's, like I've said, it's also a shitcoin. So yeah, if you want to own your Bitcoin, if you want to own your money, if you want to have sovereign money, there is no point in keeping it in an exchange. The whole point of all this Bitcoin stuff is to be sovereign, is to own your own money, to be your own bank, to ask permission from nobody, and to have private property in your head. Of course, I'm not saying you have to remember your seed words. There are safety methods that you can use to hide your seed words and to find them when you need them. But the main point is that you own your property, you own your digital property. It's not in some centralized exchange like these crypto exchanges. It's not custodied in a bank. Now, I would say the only reason why you would want to custody your Bitcoin in a bank is if you want to borrow against it. And that's something that I am considering maybe in the future. But for now, I would rather keep custodying my own Bitcoin and not leaving it in a centralized exchange or in a bank or even ETF. Now, I understand why people buy Bitcoin from an ETF. I think I've talked about this before. Like if you are an old person who is not good with technology and new devices and all of this, and you have money, you have wealth, you want to include Bitcoin into your portfolio, then I understand why these kind of people go into ETFs, because it's easier, They just skip the hassle of doing it by themselves. So yeah, that's all I want to say in this video. Not your keys, not your coins. Get yourself a hard wallet, whether it's Ledger or Trezor or any of these other hard wallets. Self-custody your own Bitcoin. Own your own property. Be a sovereign individual and have your own sovereign money. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me guys know what you think in the comments below. See you in the next one. Take care.